Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first annual Athlete Special Choice Awards. I am your host, Athlete Special, aka Spencer David Brown. Now, folks, it's been a long year of track and field, and this beautiful evening we are going to be highlighting some of the best, some of the worst in my favorite event category, the men's 1500 meter dash. It's a beautiful event and there's a lot of beautiful men in it. And here the 1500 meter, the metric mile, some would call it the glory event. We have plenty of awards to be giving out tonight, and I do not want to take too much time. So we are going to start off with my very objective 3 breakout stars of the year in the men's 1500. Now folks, I quickly want to have a disclaimer for this video. This award ceremony is for US based 1500 meter athletes, meaning you do not have to have been born in the US or race for the US as your country. This is a list of the best runners who train and race most of the year in the US. The first award of the night for Breakout Athlete of the Year goes to none other than Eric Holt. Here's your award, Eric. Do you have anything to say to the camera?
You know, I'm just so happy to be receiving this award this year, and I just gotta say it was a lot of fun racing. I was having a great time out there, just good times, running laps, doing my thing. Holt Mania, let's go.
Holt Mania. And now for a highlight reel of Holt Mania. Ah yes, everybody, Eric Holt, Holtomania. Eric Holt is a fascinating man. He's got some of the funniest post-race interviews you will see out there. Eric runs for Empire Elite Track Club, a small club in upstate New York run by Tommy Nohilly and John Troutman. For years, Eric wasn't that good. He never made NCAAs, he never broke 4 in college. To be honest, he was the type of guy that I would compete with back in the day. But as Eric got better and better after college, I couldn't help but root for the guy, because deep down I thought, you know what, maybe I could be that good one day. However, Eric has crushed my dreams this year by getting a little bit too good, to the point where I'm actually a little bit jealous of him. He's run 3:54 in the mile and got 4th place at this year's USA Championships. In the blink of an eye, Eric has gone from the people's champion, a small town hero, to a legitimate US threat in the 1500 meters. The man not only runs fast now, but he knows how to win races like not many other people in the US. Eric Holt and Empire Elite Track Club are on watch, and sooner or later a big brand needs to pick them up and support these athletes, because they are proving that they can be just as good as anyone in the country. In my hand right here, we have the second Breakout Athlete of the Year who will be winning this beautiful award. The second Breakout Athlete of the Year, not the politician, Paul Ryan. Here you are, Paul. Would you have anything to say to the camera? Congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much. I'm tearing up right now because it means so much. I've dreamed of getting an Athlete Special Choice Award for years, and you left your hand on my back really an uncomfortable amount of time, so I'm gonna have to ask you to take that away now.
It's a little sweaty right now.
It's a little sweaty.
On to the next one.
I'm gonna leave.
Cut it. Paul Ryan. Yet another athlete that I am severely jealous of because of how good he has gotten this year. Yes, it is important to note that he did flop a little bit at USA Outdoors this year. However, if you look at his mile results and late 1500 meter results this year, he has been on fire. One of the most important parts of what I look at in a good athlete is their ability to win a race, and that is exactly what Paul Ryan has shown us this year. He's won 3 races in the mile this summer, and finally last weekend he ran a massive PR of 3:52.4 in the mile. Paul Ryan is the real deal, and he is going to be a threat for years to come. Paul Ryan, folks, just what a class act. You know, the kid's got a bright future in the sport of track and field, to be completely honest. Moving on, in this envelope, the third breakout star of the men's 1500 meter dash.
And now a word from our sponsors.
This video is brought to you by Bigfoot. Now folks, Bigfoot is no joke. Bigfoot is real, baby. Bigfoot is real. Alright folks, the anticipation is killing me. The third breakout star of the 2022 1500 meter award ceremony. He's a young one. Jonathan Davis, everybody. Jonathan Davis, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just want to shake your hand. I mean, coming out of college, getting an award like this, it doesn't happen every day, and you know, today is a special day for me, and I really just want to thank my college coaches, my teammates, my parents, everyone that helped me get here. It's just...
And what college did you go to?
That one, I think it's orange.
Illinois.
It is orange.
The recent Illinois alum Jonathan Davis is the final breakout star on this list for the 1500 this year, and he is just a fun guy to look at these results of. You know, Jonathan Davis, I feel like he's been in college for 10 years because I graduated about 3 years ago and I thought he was a senior at the time. Anyway, Jonathan Davis this year proved that he really could step it up to the next level and earn that contract, to be honest. He had always run well, but he had never had that staple performance all year. However, after finishing a disappointing 6th place at NCAA's, Jonathan Davis came back to USA's with a vengeance, getting 2nd place. The only thing I feel horrible for the guy for is that he hadn't run 3:33 at the time yet, or else he would have competed at the World Championships. And yes, I do want to talk a little bit about that 3:33 performance Jonathan Davis had this summer. That blew my mind. That proved to me that this kid not only knows how to race, but he can run fast up front if he needs to. I mean, if you watch that race back, he just slaughtered the whole field. Obviously, the kid didn't get to compete at Worlds this year, but I think that he's got to be happy with that 3:33 performance to cap off his season. Jonathan Davis did end up getting signed by Atlanta Track Club, so Atlanta Track Club and Adidas, I hope you're paying this kid well. Everybody loves a Cinderella story, don't you? This year's Cinderella story goes to none other than the D2 legend, Christian Noble. A gift for you, Christian.
Thank you. You know, as a D2 guy, I've really come to embrace the term small school, big dreams, and shout out David Rivich. I feel like I've achieved a real dream here tonight, and can't wait to sleep with this every night for the rest of my life.
This, to me, is a no-brainer. Christian Noble of Lee University, the D2 legend, wins the Cinderella Story of the Year. Yes, that says Cinderella Story, so don't flame me in the comments. I know I spelled it wrong, but I don't have time to fix it. Christian Noble came into 2022 already a D2 legend, but in 2022, he had some results that absolutely made my jaw drop. This winter, Christian ran 3:56 in the mile, and then an hour later ran 7:50 in a 3K, a race I was in as well. He literally clapped my cheeks by 8 seconds after running a 3:56 mile. So that should give you perspective on how good this kid is. And then this outdoor season, he ran 13:24 in a 5K, which is crazy fast. And then of course, he had the 3:36.0 1500 meter D2 record. Christian, I want to personally thank you for breaking Dave's D2 record. I think you should write a book about it. But all jokes aside, Christian cemented his legacy as the best D2 middle distance runner of all time this year and landed a pro contract with New Balance Boston. Christian, congratulations on your contract, and I wish you the best in your future. Folks, this award ceremony is really heating up. Anyway, in this envelope, we here have the next award of the night, the most consistent 1500 meter runner of the year, US based. Now, like Fires, this runner is very consistent. He's hot most of the time. He doesn't always win, he doesn't always do badly though. This year's winner for Mr. Consistent goes to none other than Sam Prakel. Congratulations, Sam. Here's some food for your reward.
Good. Gotta fuel up if you're gonna be consistent, am I right?
Congratulations, Sam Prakel, on winning Mr. Consistent. I hope you do not take this award as an insult because it is not meant to be. Now, I've met Sam a few times and he's a very, very humble, nice guy. He's actually getting married soon, so congratulations to him and his fiance. But if we actually take a look at some of his results, they are incredibly impressive. The guy always puts himself in the mix in these big time races, and part of the reason Sam isn't winning them is because they are always the most competitive races in the US. I feel like Sam has been a pro for so many years at this point, and he's such a great representation for Adidas, and just because he's not winning races doesn't mean he's not making world teams. This winter, Sam made the 1500 meter world team indoors. Sam also has a good ability to be able to race all the time. He seems like he's always fit, which is a very impressive feat to have. If Mr. Consistent stays consistent in 2023, he's going to start winning some big time races. What's the opposite of consistent? Inconsistent. Oceans can be hot, oceans can be cold. So this year's Mr. Inconsistent, and I mean this in the nicest way, Yared Naguse. Now before you say anything, Yared, don't take your anger out on me, take it out on this newly bought punching bag as your award. Congratulations, Mr. Inconsistent. We'll be back right after this. Alright guys, our first very controversial award goes to Yared Naguse, Mr. Inconsistent. And guys, before you comment down below absolutely flaming me about how Yared could beat me any day of the week, I need to explain this a little bit thoroughly. Yes, the guy wins almost every single race, which means he is very consistent. However, he has been missing on the highest level in the last few championships. I don't want to call him Mr. Choke Artist because I do think that is mean, but to be quite honest, he has choked in a few of these big time meets recently. Yes, Yared has had a quad injury on and off. He may have had COVID this winter, but the guy broke the NCAA record in the 3K this winter and then went on to get 9th place at NCAA indoors. Yes, he might have been sick. Yes, he might have had a quad injury, but results are results. And then if we continue on to outdoors, there were some big time question marks with Yared Naguse. He didn't seem like himself for the first half of the season. He even opted out of racing NCAAs to get himself healthy enough to be ready for USAs. But about 1 week out from USAs, Yared ran 3:35 at the Portland Track Festival and won in a dominating fashion. He looked to be himself again, but then at USAs, he absolutely flopped in the final. I'm not sure at all what happened to him. I don't know if it was nerves. I don't know if it was an injury. I don't know if it was sickness. I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy, but it was very uncanny. I mean, I'm honestly starting to believe that maybe this guy just doesn't have a passport because he made the Olympics last year and then got hurt right before the event. And then this year, he probably had the most clear road to make a US team and then was not able to deliver when it mattered. However, look at the results since USAs. You gotta give Yared his dues because he has not lost a single race this summer, and he just capped off his summer by running 3:33 in the 1500 meter. I honestly feel bad about giving Yared this award, but I do hold him to the absolute highest standards of the sport because he truly is one of the most talented runners I have ever seen. When he is on, he literally does not lose. Also, congratulations Yared on going pro with On Running. Boo! Are you shocked? I think you guys know where this one's going. Shocker of the year. There are some crazy 1500 meter races out there, but none other was crazier than this one race. The winner of this award will be receiving my dog. That's a shock, wouldn't you say, Georgie? The winner of Shocker of the Year, Mr. Joe Wascom from UW, winning NCAAs over Mario Garcia Romo.
Surprise! Yeah, I would say no one's more shocked than I was after that race, but I got a dog now, so.
To lighten the mood, we've got Joe Wascom winning Shocker of the Year. winning NCAAs in the 1500 meters, outkicking Mario Garcia-Romo. I can almost guarantee you that 99% of the people watching this video did not know who Joe Wascom was going into this race. To even get through regionals and then make an NCAA final in the 15 is a massive achievement in itself. So I thought Joe Wascom and the other two UW boys were just happy to be there, but when he took the lead and then did not give it up, it was very, very impressive to see. You know, a lot of people talk about how this race was just a massive choke job by Mario Garcia-Romo, but that takes away from what Joe Wascom did. When Romo finally did get out of the box, he still couldn't run down Wascom, which says a lot about how fast he was going. Hats off to Wascom. I met him the other week. He seems like a great guy. He hasn't run close to his potential time-wise, as his PR is only 3:39, but I would estimate this guy can run 3:34, 3:35, no problem next year. It'll definitely be interesting to see if he can repeat his NCAA champ, but regardless of that, he will be in the hunt for some teams in the future. I'm sure this kid's going to get a pro contract next year. So hats off to Joe Wascom, shocker of the year. All right, folks, that's going to wrap up part one of the award ceremony. We have a lot more big-time awards coming up, including Mr. Swagger, Athlete of the Year, Highest of the High, Lowest of the Low, and plenty more. We even have Heartbreak of the Year for all you people out there. Stay tuned for part two of the first annual Athlete Special Choice Awards, brought to you by Spencer David Brown, aka the Athlete Special.
His head's completely in your body.
We got the treat.